researcher. As we approach the final cross quarter of 2017, we will cover various seemingly unrelated topics in this video. Firstly, our most personal work, not our best work, is a speech on the occasion of an invitation. We know this to be true, for during the multiple edits of the invocation, we broke from our normal stoic character. We do not repeatedly cry because of sadness, but because of joy. Prentice Denver can verify this fact. This one time, at a cult camp, Prentice Denver unexpectedly reached an insightful conclusion. To know that I had not run in vain as a doctor of political philosophy cannot be adequately related by mere words. Hence, tears of true joy. Our joy is not that the ex-high schoolers are, in the immortal phrasing of Apprentice Joe, moving on as individuals. Our joy is that we are fortunate to have known them. They have enriched our work, and I am grateful. We have been vexed by many unforeseen audio difficulties in recording this speech for the enlistment, so much so that we have abandoned the project due to sheer frustration. There are several viable candidates for our best work depending on the genre, whether chronological, religious, or philosophical. Secondly, our most personal composition is the Fantasy for Piano and Orchestra in E minor, if only as recognition of the influence of Thomas in our works in toto. While our best work, A Day in the Garden, is constrained by a less than ideal, that is, a limited text, which I have dedicated to my brother, who I now know that I will never meet. The coda of the fantasy is a trite, but not forced change of key to the major. The change in tempo and key should be more than sufficient to communicate that the end or conclusion is livelier, more engaging than the beginning or introduction. The gentle researcher can reach other viable conclusions. We can state that the Braden Trilogy is the pinnacle of our research, for we exceeded our initial occult goal, and we duly cut our hair as the fulfillment of our vow taken several years previous. As Apprentice Colton knows, I did not wake up one day and decide to befriend high schoolers. Meeting them was an accident, the sum of a progression of accidents extending through the decades, possibly to the point where the state acted contrary to nature's design. However accidental the meeting, we, the general reader, and the gentle researcher, have been enriched by them. If I have requested anything, then know that I recognize my highest virtues in another. Complying with a request without virtue is only meeting a need, not the recognition of virtues, and no value can be assigned in meeting needs absent virtue. And if you are unable to comply, know that no apologies are necessary, as an apology is simply the acknowledgement of a failure, and, Apprentice Adam, virtues are not failings, nor is ingratitude a trait of Capricorn. Leo Strauss wrote that, quote, all exoteric books are written speeches caused by love, the love of the mature philosopher for the puppies of his race, by whom he wants to be loved in turn, end quote. We are now in a position to answer Tina Turner's seemingly rhetorical question. We question that this love does not encompass humanity as a whole. This love is only for select individuals who are deserving, as they share the traits, the temperament, and character of the occultist. Quality over quantity. Finally, as Apprentice Denver has noted, life can either be led in obedience to various and oftentimes contradictory divine revelations, where select individuals have been fortunate to be in communication with the Lord of the cosmos, and we mere mortals must accept their subjective experiences and unverifiable claims, or life can be led adhering to reason. After a lifetime of extolling reason, and at this late stage in our career, it would be hypocritical to accept revelation and disparage reason, to accept the lack of values as a viable option when other viable avenues exist. I have concluded that acceptance is an arduous journey, not a final step.